All right, good evening, everybody. Sorry about the confusion here, and I don't know what the hell happened. So, sometimes technology is my friend, most of the time it isn't, and this is one of those times, well, let's face it, when it isn't. So, but we have our guest tonight, Monty Bogan Jr. joining us. He's had a hell of a good season this year. He had 2 championships, both in Superstock and in Comp Eliminator and NHRA Division II. So, Monty, first-time guest, welcome to RNN Live.
Hey, man. How's everybody doing out there?
We are getting colder up here.
It's nice and warm down here. It's 85 and sunny yesterday.
I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Yeah, I'm in New Hampshire, so it's at least we haven't got snow yet.
Come on down to the Carolinas. It's nice and sunny.
Hopefully someday. So, tell us a little bit about your season, how everything started, and whatnot.
Oh, man, we had a good season. You know, I think we was in 12 finals and stock, Superstock, and comp. It was like I think it was 9 or 10 number 1 qualifiers in comp this year. And man, we just had a good season. Me and Lee Sharp and Carolyn and all the crew there. You know, we started off, we was going to run the deal out in Texas, but we decided to try for a world. And so we just stayed around the house and run Division II. And we had a really good season, man. So we're going to try it again next year. Plans are to still run comp, Superstock, and stock when I can. Run the $30,000 shootout that we won this year again down there in the Pro Series at Bradenton. So
nice.
You know, that was a big race. I like winning that thing. That was fun. We just had a really good year. You know, most people ain't in 12 finals in their career, and we did it 1 year, so that was pretty good.
Awesome.
Pretty good. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. So, how long have you been racing?
I've been since I was 15, and I'm turning 50 in January, so I've been doing it a long time.
You got 1 or 2 other extra laps under your belt then.
I think I got a few more years left. It's hard to get out of bed these days. Hangovers hurt a little worse, but other than that, you know, we still get up every day, which is a good sign. So
that's awesome.
We're gonna keep on doing it till we can't win no more. So
very cool. Very cool. How about a little bit about your cars that you have?
Yeah, so the comp car is owned by Lee and Carolyn Sharp out of Knoxville, Tennessee, right up there. Lee Sharp's been around for years, so he's a really good partner with me. And Tim Freeman does our motors, and we just have a lot of good people around that comp car. A lot of good people. We got Robbie and Amy Butler that goes with me every week. Keeps me fed. Keeps me in bed at night when I'm trying to sneak out. They make sure I stay in bed, don't go out and have too many beers. So they keep me calmed down. And Martin Lewis always helps there. So we just got a lot of good people. Mike Diploma, he helps me with my tune-ups. They always just a phone call away, which I love. I love this. So they can look and they can connect to the computer to the race car. Like I was saying, I don't understand nothing about that MSD grid. So I have to call Mike Diploma and say, hey, man, connect to this computer, put some program in here. I don't
right.
know what I'm doing with.
Make me go faster. Make me go, slow me up just a little bit.
Save me some money. So let's go faster. So, and then the Super Stocker, I've had it a few years. I love my old Camaros like that, the 92s. Tim Freeman did the motor in that one, too. And we got some boys at the shop, Philip Gallman and Eric Lawson. They keep me going each week, loading me up, washing stuff, helping me out. So, and then my stocker is a 67 Camaro that I actually love. I've had about 20 years. And it's a 396, 3 1/4. So Robbie Butler drove it this year. He finished number 6 in the Division II, I'm pretty sure. So he had a good year. He won a points race in it. So you count his finals, I think we was in 14. So had a good year in the old Monty Bogan Motorsports camp, and we just want to do it again this year.
Awesome.
But we have fun, We always have fun at the race. We always eating, we always cooking, and we always have a little few toddies, as we say over there in the camp. So
just enough to keep you warm. Just enough to keep you warm, right?
Yeah, just enough. You have to take the ease off, a little tension off every night, right? But yeah, so I'm looking forward to hitting Florida in February. We're going to go down there for the month. We hit the pro deal again, hit Orlando and the Gainesville and the Gators. And who not wants to race in Florida in February? So
Right.
I know what the sun is.
Now, with the pro shootout, does that kind of maybe give a little foresight of what the future may become? Do you think?
You know, I love NHRA. I hope they're around forever. But you never know what's going to happen. So look, hopefully we always have a place to race. Stock, super stock, comp. I just hope we always have a place. I know NHRA is going to be around. I just hope they don't get rid of us. So NHRA, if you listen, don't get rid of sportsman racing. keep it around. But I like the pro deal. It's fun now. That was a fun race. Everybody's laid back and everybody was having a good time. You had live bands in the staging lanes and a bar. Man, it was fun. So I'm looking forward to that again.
Cool. So what are your winter plans looking like?
Nothing much. Getting the cars ready. We took everything out, put all the new stuff in, had everything freshened. So I was working on that today, putting the motor in the cop car. Bought us a new trailer, so we're getting it all straight and ready to go. And just the same thing, just getting everything fresh and ready to go in February. Before you know it, we'll be heading to Florida.
Absolutely. Now, are you going to be making your way out to Indy for the PRI show?
I am. I'll be at the PRI show. I won't be there probably Wednesday or Thursday, but I'll definitely be there. Yeah, we'll be walking around, talking, having a good time.
Nice. Now, schedule-wise, you touched about the pro shootout. Do you have any plans to go maybe a little further than you normally do next year?
Not really. I mean, that all depends. If you go down and win the first 2 or 3, yeah, you never know what happened. If you go down there and lose first round, both races, you might want to sit at home. But I say it every year. I say it for 30 years. I'm going to figure out what happens at the first few races, and I'll figure out what we're going to do from there.
Nice. Well, you should make your way up to the Northeast then, so at some point.
Yeah, well, we have Virginia's about as far as I go. Y'all got too many toll roads up there. It costs too much money to go up through them races.
You know what? That's what everybody's biggest complaint about when you get up around, well, Maryland, I guess, really. To head, like I said, I'm in New Hampshire, and
I went up there one time when IHRA was at New Hampshire Dragway.
Okay.
I went up there for the race.
All right.
We went up there and did that race. That's a little too north for me. That's way up there. I like going south and west.
where it's a little warmer consistently, right?
Yes, I like warm weather.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, with obviously New England Dragway having the national event for the past, I think this summer was 12 years, maybe 11. And yeah, it was definitely great. I mean, I grew up going to New England. I've been going there since I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I'm in my mid-50s now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice to see the national event make their way back. Obviously, it's a whole lot different from the old WWCS days.
Yeah, I love those days.
So.
But yeah, we're gonna go to Florida, and then we'll hit. We have Charlotte around here in Bristol.
Yep.
Virginia, we'll go there for that points race. I've been Division I of Virginia. It's only 5 hours for me, so I hit that one, and I'm just ready to go racing again. They got a it's called CCRA little sanction around here this weekend, about 5 hours from me. And I was thinking about going in. The cars are ready to go. The stocker, the super stocker, sitting there ready to go. So I don't know. I might take off and go racing this weekend. Who knows?
Very cool. Now, what about your sponsors, the people that help make your program run?
Oh yeah, I got a real going in WT's of Jonesville. That's a very, very quick story about that place. It's a car lot, and years ago it's called City Motors. That was what my granddaddy ran. And then my cousin got it, and he named it WT. That was my granddaddy's name.
Gotcha.
So it's WT's of Jonesville. So it's after my grandfather. And Michael and Haley Williams really helps me out a lot. And I really appreciate all the work they do for me. And if you need a car, just call me. We'll hook y'all right up. Anybody out there needs a car. we'll get you one. And then I got my trailer business, Robinson and Bogan trailers. They help us a lot. So I got Mickey Thompson. You can't go nowhere without a good tire. So I love Mickey Thompson to death. All they do for me. Then you got the wife. You can't not forget the wife. She's my main sponsor. So she lets me go out here and live this crazy world we call racing, and I love her to death for that because she looks at the checkbook and kind of snores her nose up a little bit sometimes. So thank God she don't say much, right?
She looks at you, looks at the floor, and then goes.
Yeah, just checks my hand. She always tells me, I call home and ask what's for dinner or what we're doing. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm working hard." She said, "Racing is not working hard. That's a hobby. You spending money, not making." I said, "Well, that's different. It's still working hard."
It's working hard in that moment.
Yeah, it's working hard until it's better. Racing's better than a job any day. So I like it.
Very cool. Very cool. So I have a couple of really kind of off the wall questions that I always like to ask people. What is the goofiest moment you ever had racing? Just the one that you will always chuckle about.
I've had a bunch of them. The one that sticks off to my head, I was in Rockingham, and this is probably early 2000s, and I was in stock, and the guy went red to me, and I left, and the front wheel locked up when it came down. I went across the center line. I get out of the car, and there's one guy in the stands. This is 8:30 in the morning. One guy hollers down at him, "Hey, your front wheel locked up." I looked up and I said, well, no, no, really?
No shit.
Holler at me down on the stock. So that one kind of sticks out to me. I don't know who that one guy was, but he was out there watching stock at 8 o'clock in the morning by himself, and he gonna holler at me on the start down in the middle of the racetrack. I thought that was pretty funny.
That's cool.
Yeah.
One class or one car in general that you've never run that you would, just somebody threw you the keys and said, "Here you go," what would that car be or class be?
Oh, it'd be pro stock. That's the best class in the world to me. I love pro stock. Mountain Motors, NHRA, anything with a clutch and a 5-speed, I love to watch. So that's my favorite class is pro stock. And of course, it takes a lot of money to run that class, but I would always love to get behind the wheel one time and just say I did it. But yeah, that's my favorite class.
That's probably the winningest answer that we get when we ask somebody that question.
Oh yeah, it's just fun. I've drove 5 speeds before a lot. We run a little series around here called the Gear Jammers, and I got my real good friend, my dad's friend, Wayne Allison, has a '67 Corvette with a little 288 cubic inch modified motor and a Tim Freeman motor with a 5-speed Liberty. And goes 550s, 560s, and then you talk about something fun. I love racing that car, and it's really fun to drive. And I actually won a race this year in that car. And I didn't even add that to the list, but we won a little Gear Jammer Greer in that thing this year, and it's fun. That's my favorite fun car to drive by everybody. But pro stock would be my answer.
Cool. Yeah, like I said, it goes between pro stock and pro mod, but pro stock is the winningest out of that question.
I don't think I want to drive a pro mod. Them things get a little scary down through there. I like pro stock. It's a little 670s, 660s is pretty good for me. That's about as far as I want to go. Them 570s and 60s, that's in a door car. I don't know if I want to go that fast.
Well, they're like the modern day fuel altered, really. When you look at them, most of the time they go left, right, and then if you're lucky, you get to go straight.
Yes. If you stand behind them at the start line, watch them go down through there. It's a little hairy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. God, I wish my co-host was here. Yeah, I know he'd be rattling stuff off left and right, but he owns his own business, so he's still at work.
Well, that's bad, So you can't work all the time. You got to come home sometime. Enjoy life. You got to enjoy it.
he tries to race as much as he can. His name's Pete Senka. I don't know if you've ever heard of him or not. Yeah. He races Super Street and occasionally Super Gas up here in Division 1.
Well, good. Yep. Tell him I said hey.
I certainly will. Well, listen, Monty, I apologize for the kind of goofy thing that happened at the beginning, but it was cool to talk to you. And
Yeah, man.
now, actually, before you go,
Yeah.
have you ever won 2 championships in 1 year?
I did in World Championships. I have not. No.
No.
I won 4 years in a row, or 5 years in a row in an IHRA. Never won. This is the first year I actually ever ran for the division in NHRA. So all my years of races, I just always ran a couple of NHRA races, just enough to get me into a national event.
Right.
So this is the first year I've ever really ran for the points in the division. So I was pretty good to win both of them in 1 year in stock and comp. And one of the 2 hardest classes I think there is, beside probably 890. I think that's probably the hardest class there is. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty. I'm pretty proud of myself. I know I keep patting myself on the shoulder, but to win 2 divisions is a pretty big deal around here to us. So
Right.
It's really, really fun.
You just made me think of something else. What's your thoughts on the kind of rebirth they're trying again with IHRA?
I've been reading a little bit on it. I hate to say this, but soon it gets to a point where they don't put stock and super stock or comp in, I kind of lose interest. I got a foot brake car in the house, but I don't have enough time to go run local tracks for that series they have, the Summit Super Series, I think it's called.
Yeah.
But I hope IHRA comes back and runs really well. Because I really miss my good old IHRA days. I wish I could see it come back like the early 2000s, mid 2000s when the Bader family had it. It was just really fun. I love to see them come back. I really wish they would put super stock or something in. I would go. If they had some class racing, but I'm not going to go. I might hit 1 or 2 foot brake, when there's nothing going on. But
Right.
That's about it.
How about as a veteran racer, do you think there's too many associations, NHRA, IHRA trying to come back, and then you have WDRA in the mix as well?
No, I don't think so. I think the more races, the more opportunities we have to race, the better drag racing will become. You want everywhere to race. I'd like to have somewhere to race every weekend, but that's just not possible.
Right.
With your family and stuff. But that's good for the people that only can race maybe once a month or twice a month, and they can go to different places and have opportunities to learn. And I hope the kids could get into it more. I like to see these young kids coming up racing these cars. So, I think the more the merrier. Come on, everybody start a sanction. Let's see. You never know what might pop and what might not.
Right. Obviously, down in your neck of the woods, 8th Mile is pretty popular down there.
Oh Lord, yeah. I got 10 8th-mile tracks within probably an hour of my house.
And out, really? Wow.
I can race. You got Greer, Union, Shady Side. I mean, I can race anywhere I want to within Greer, Union, and Shady Side. Greer, they're 30 minutes from me either way. I can go to North Carolina or South Carolina.
Right.
We got Piedmont, Farmington, Mooresville. I mean, we got so many tracks around here, and I love it. I like it.
Cool. Awesome. Well, listen, like I said, I want to apologize first off for the screw up at the beginning with Zoom not cooperating with me, and my tech advisor being in Boston. It doesn't do me any good.
Yeah, you gotta tell her to get home.
I will. So, but listen, man, I want to thank you for coming on and hanging out and shooting a bull for a little bit. And again, huge congratulations on 2 championships in 1 year. And here's to 2025, my friend.
Thank you for having me on, and look forward to being on more often, and hope to see everybody next year.
All right, buddy. Have a great night. Monty Bogan, everybody, our guest for tonight. All right, and I want to apologize to everybody for having a little bit of technical issue at the beginning. This thing right here doesn't always work right, and I don't understand why. But thank you guys for hanging out and bearing with me while I had a stupid moment. So I will post this ever so shortly, and have a great evening, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Take care.